Hey guys, this is Tanishq here, your AI automation expert in action. And in this quick video, I'm going to share with you a very important and useful automation that can actually save you a lot of time in your business, and you can save time for your clients as well using this automation. So what I'm doing at a very specific level is that I have automated the complete email outbound process from sending the first initial email to sending the follow-ups. Okay, completely automated. And the best part about it is that all the emails from the first initial email to all the follow-ups are going to be in the same thread. So you're not going to lack any kind of professionalism in your outreach processes in any way. Okay. It is going to be a very professional way in a very human, all of your leads are gonna, whenever they're gonna see your emails, the follow-ups, everything will going to, they'll think of it like you have actually written it yourself in the same thread, reply by reply. Okay. So like that's what the best part about it. Okay. And first, let's go through a quick demo of it. And before actually showing the demo as well, I'm going to show you a quick template of the Google Sheets where the leads are going to be grabbed by the our automation by our N8N automation. Okay, so here are the list of leads. Okay, and here are the columns that are must be required to be created. And manually, you all just need to fill these three columns. Okay, the first three columns. You just need to fill these three columns for the lead. Okay, like the name of the lead, the email ID of the lead. Okay, and the company name of the lead for this automation. Of course, when you're gonna watch this video completely, when you're able to understand the complete automation, the complete process, the complete working, you can add many more columns to generate more personalized emails. Like you can add a column where you are actually telling the position of the lead in that company, what their work is, and what how much experience they have, and many more stuff that can actually contribute to create more personalized and converting emails. Okay. So for right now, for this automation, I have actually added just these three personalized data, okay, of the lead. And you just need to fill these three columns only manually. These five or six columns, you don't need to fill them. Okay, you don't need to even uh, ma manipulate them. Just don't need to fill anything. Just keep them empty, okay? Because these six columns are going to be filled by the automation itself. So yeah, now let's go through a demo, okay, in action. And as I've just started this workflow, and that's grabbing the leads from the Google Sheets, and it has gone none there. Okay, so let's just me see that what's the problem. Just make sure that in the status section there is none must be entered. Okay, because without that it is not going to be done. Okay, it is not going to be run. Okay, if you're sure, like it works like this. Like if you're sure that you want to send this, that you want to start the campaign or start the automation of complete email of outbound process for this lead. If you're sure that you want to send the campaign, that you want this lead to be included into the automation, then you have to write none. If you're not sure that you want to send emails to this lead or not, you can just keep it empty. Okay, that's it. So I'm sure for these three leads that I want to send email to all three of them. Okay, so I'm gonna add none to the status because I'm sure now. Okay, that I wanna uh, send emails to all of these three leads. I'm gonna just write none for all of them in the status column. Okay. Now let's just start the automation, and I just started it. And now it's creating the emails, person's emails using the data. Okay. We just wait for some seconds. It's gonna generate. As you can see over here, let me show you it. Uh, as you can see, there are three items. Means three items means you can see means these all three leads. It represents all these three leads. Okay. One row equals two leads means one item. Okay. So there are three items, and it has generated the emails for all the three items, and it has actually even sended the emails as well. Okay. And the email has just been sended, like really. It's just done. Okay. And let's see that what kind of email it has generated for all the three leads. And as you can see right now in front of you, this is the email subject line. Okay, and this is the email one, the first outreach email body. As you can see here on Mera, it was great to learn about your work at XMS. Yeah, understand how important of your entire solutions are. A company like yours, this helps businesses like Airspace land out creating a very personalized emails to convert them. Okay, and I'm actually also providing a CTA to book an appointment as well. As you can see, I've provided this link. Okay, from which a CTA will going to be created. Okay, and this is the best thing about it. Okay, I've actually also provided a CTA from which a lead now can click on this particular link and book a meeting. As you can see, for all these three leads, it has actually created the initial email and it has actually sent them as well. And right now, as you can see, send message has been successful, means it has actually sent the message. Let me open the node. As you can see, send, send, and send for all these three leads. Okay, we're gonna go through the very depth of it. Okay, in just a seconds. Uh, and the email one column has been filled. These two columns are still blank because this represents the follow-up emails. Okay, the other follow-up emails that we're gonna send now. Okay, in this video only, I'm gonna show each and everything. Just stick with me. Okay, just stick with me. And now, email subject line has been created and filled. Email one, you can see what is the email body that has been created for the lead, and then we send it in the email. This is the message ID. Okay, so now this is a very important part. Message ID, okay, is the ID of this particular email that has been sent it to the that has been sent it to a lead. Okay, whenever a new follow-up will going to be sent it, this message ID will going to be used for that part. Okay, we're gonna go through it. So this message ID is very important. I'm telling you, don't uh, manipulate this message ID in any way. Just don't do it. Okay, just keep it whatever it is right now. And in the status, as you can see, the email one sent means the first outbound email has been successfully sent it for all these three leads. Okay, so like that's what it represents. Okay, and now we're gonna go through each node step by step. I'm gonna show you now that what is actually happening in backend, what is actually being told in the prompt, which AI model I'm using to generate the emails, how each data is being manipulated and customized and sending the messages, updating the Google Docs and everything. Okay, so first module, the most basic one is that when is the trigger module, of course, and what trigger it is that when clicking test workflow. So whenever this button is going to be clicked, this trigger will be get triggered, and the whole workflow automation is going to be start. Okay, so after that, this is the only work of this node. Now the second node is the Google Sheets node. Okay, and in this Google Sheets node, I'm just getting all of the leads. Okay, I'm just getting all the data row by row. As you can see, row number two, all the data of the row, all the data of the row number three, all the data of the row number four. Okay, as you can see, all the data is the here present with us. Okay, and that's what it's happening. It's just so the purpose of this node is to get all the data from the Google Sheets, all the leads. Okay, all the rows. I mean. So for that, you need to just connect a Google Sheets with the credentials. It's a mandatory step. You can't move forward if you haven't connected your Google Sheets with your Google account. Okay, using with the N8N. You need to do that. I'm gonna cover this in another video if you don't know that, but it's a very important mandatory thing. Okay, so yeah, this is the important thing. Okay, you can't move forward without this step. After connecting your Google account with the N8N, Google Sheets account with the N8N, here you can see the operation that we need to perform is to get rows. And just need to get rows, all the rows, okay, from this particular sheet. And we need to provide the document, the spreadsheet. And you can see this is the email leads spreadsheet. I have provided the email leads spreadsheet. And we need to provide the sheet ID. Okay, so there can be multiple sheets into a spreadsheet. So this is a particular spreadsheet, this whole, okay, so this particular thing is a spreadsheet. And as you can see, this is the sheet. We can get multiple sheets as well. As you can see, there are multiple sheets can be created into a spreadsheet. So I'm going to delete all of them because I don't need them. And okay, so my sheet is sheet one, where all the data, where all I'm getting the data and updating everything. This is the sheet one. Okay, so I'm gonna set the sheet one from over here, and I'm not getting any kind of filters, and that's it. This is the only customized section that you need to get all the leads right now. Okay, so we've gone through this automation. This is gonna return all the rows in the JSON format. I'm gonna ping this in the JSON format, but I'm gonna show in the table as you can see all the data of the leads row by row as you can see right now here. Okay. After that, the third module is the filter module. Okay. So filter node, what I'm doing, so and also I'm gonna use a node and module exchangeably because technically they are meant to be a same thing. Okay. So if I'm saying node sometimes or if I'm saying module sometimes, this means the same thing. Okay. What does it mean? It's the same is this module. This is the module only and this is the node only. I'm using the two words for the same thing only. Okay, so don't get confused with it. Okay, so this is the filter node, and what I'm doing is that I'm telling the filter is that if the email ID is not empty, okay, that the email ID should not be empty, and the status, this particular status should not be equals to error. Okay, and the status also should not be equal to lead engaged. Okay, and I'm also doing it to the lowercase. I'm converting the data to the lowercase, so there will not going to be any kind of uh, capitalized or text sensitive errors. Okay, means you understand it. Like whenever if somebody has entered the data into a capitalized format, so still it will not going to be get confused. It will going to convert all the capitalized words or sentences into the small keywords into the small words, and it will gonna compare it with them. Okay, that's what it's case like. I'm converting the status to the lowercase first, and then I'm comparing it with the error because it's also completely lowercase. So if the status is like none, so it's like it's like this. It's a capitalist form of none. Okay, it is going to convert it into the so N8N is going to convert it into this none, a complete small none from a capitalist word to a small word. Okay, and after that it is going to compare it with the our given small word. Okay, so that's how it works. So what I'm doing, what I'm telling, the conditions for the filter is that the email ID should not be empty. Means there must be something present in this particular row in this particular column. If it's empty, like consider it like this, like if it's empty, it will not gonna work. Okay, node N8N will gonna detect it and it will gonna stop it. It will not gonna allow to go with the further automations for this particular row. Okay, we need to add the email mandatorily because that's the main step, of course. Okay, if there is no email, how are you gonna send the emails at the very last of it? That's the whole goal, that's the whole purpose of this automation. And the so what I'm saying that the email ID should be there and the status should not be error because in some cases if the status is going to be error means there is something wrong with this particular lead in sending the email or in the automation. There's something wrong, so they're not gonna make it more messy or make it more error prone in our further nodes of automations. Okay, so if the status is error, then respect it and do not allow the lead to go further. Also, and there's another end that the status should not be equal to lead engaged. Means if the lead has already engaged with you, then why the hell you want to send a message? It's a very simple thing. Okay. The status is if whenever lead will gonna reply to your outreach emails, so you can just convert the status to the lead engaged over here. You can just write lead engaged over here that the lead is actually engaged and there is no need to send further emails to this particular lead because it has actually already replied to your emails. Okay. So that's what it is. I hope you understand the complete filtering that the email ID should not be empty, the status should not be equals to error, and the status also should not be equal to lead engaged. Okay. Other than this, whatever the conditions are, it will you can the filter will gonna allow the lead. Okay. But if these any of these conditions is gonna met, lead will not gonna allow the filter model, the filter node will not gonna allow the lead to go further. So I'm trying to explain things in very depth. Okay, that's what my purpose is to explain you all of you everything in like as depth as possible. Okay, so now after the filter, the data, all the data that has gone through the filter, here's the switch node. Okay, so now the switch node, we have different kind of branches. Okay, so we can actually create different kind of branches using the switch node. Okay, so what is the, let's see this. Okay, so for right now, I'm not gonna explain you this at a very deep level because you're gonna get confused. Okay, so at a very basic level, what I'm doing is that if the status is equals to none, means the status is equals to none, means the lead is very new. Because now you can see the lead is now these three leads are not new because the email one has been sent it. The status is email one sent. It means these leads are not new. Whenever there is going to be a very new lead, the status is going to be none, of course, as we have seen before. You can rewind the video. You're going to see that the for very new leads, you need to add none over here. But now these leads are not new. They have already sended the first outreach email, so they're not new. And that's what I'm telling. If the lead is new, means if the status of the lead is equals to none. Okay, if the status of the lead is equals to none, then send all of them to this particular zero branch. And that's what happened when we have just run the demo. Okay, all the leads were new. All these three leads are new. That's why these all has been transferred to the zero branch. All of them. If even one of them was not new, it will going to be transferred to the first branch or the second branch. Okay. but all of these are new. All of these leads are new. So that's why it has transferred them into the first branch. As you can see, the routing rules, this is the first branch, this is the second branch, third branch, and the fourth branch. Okay, and whichever lead will gonna match the branch rules, it will going to be sent in that particular branch. So all of my these three leads matched the first rule, that the status is equals to none. As they have matched, as you can see, there were none. They gone to the first branch. All of those leads, three leads, gone have taken their paths to the zeroth branch, the first branch. Okay. After that, when they arrive to the basic LLM chain node, okay, this particular node, what I'm doing now here is the main part. Okay, here only the email is going to be generated. Okay, and I'm giving a prompt and I'm telling the AI to generate a very personalized email. So I'm actually providing the lead details of, as you can see over here, lead details, the full name of the lead. I'm providing it, what I'm getting from over here. Okay, I'm providing the lead name. I'm providing the company name of the lead as well from wherever they're working. You can also, as we have discussed earlier, you can add multiple columns, uh, defining multiple personalized info of the lead that now you can add them more over here, like experience and most effective. Okay, you can just add them over is in further customizations and gonna build this or deploy this for one of your businesses or for the clients. As I have provided the dynamic personalized data of the lead with the prompt, it will gonna generate personalized emails as you can see in the JSON format. And this is the whole thing. Okay. Also, the model that I'm using for all these for generating the emails is the, let me show you. So the provider is the Olama, the OG, the main OG open source models provider. And the model that I'm using is the Gamma 2 billion parameter model. So this model is, I think, is one of the best, like really. And the why I'm saying this is that, as you can see, it's just a 2 billion parameter model. Okay, so it's like one of the smallest models and developed by the Google itself. Plus, this particular model is really good in the copywriting stuff. Okay, it can actually generate very, very great professional copywriting emails. It can generate email drafts, messages, DMs, poems. Okay, like Gamma 2 is actually known for its copywriting stuff because it's very good in it. Plus, it's small, so it can be run in any normal RTX-based systems, and it's gonna provide you the it will gonna generate the data very fast as well. Okay, so that's why I'm using the Gamma 2 billion. If you have a more complex PC, if you generate more personalized big emails or more complex kind of personalized emails, then you can of course use any other model like Llama 3.2, 3 billion, or even the DeepSeek. It's your choice, but I'm using the Gamma 2 because I think it's the best, and I'm going to recommend all of you to use the Gamma 2 billion only if you're using the Olama. Plus, what I'm doing is that now this is a very important step because now you need to add an option format over here and you need to select the JSON. How am I even doing this? Is that click on the add option and output format and change it to JSON. So whenever AI, the model, will gonna generate any kind of output, it will going to be in JSON format only. Okay, it will going to generate any kind of output. It will going to be in JSON format. Okay, all the time. Okay, because it's important as well because now it's gonna help me in further branches and the nodes to specifically take out the email subject line and the email body specifically from the data. Because if I'm gonna say him to generate the email with the subject and body, model doesn't know exactly that how and where am I gonna use this. It will just gonna generate a text, and it's possible that first it's going to generate the body, then the subject, and sometimes it's going to first generate the subject and the body. So it will going to be very hard or almost impossible for me to specifically get the subject line and the email body because it now generating randomly. Sometimes first the body and the email and the subject, sometimes first the subject and the body. So it gets complex. So I want a specific JSON format. I want the data into a specific JSON format. And which JSON format? So here I've actually provided the JSON format in which I want the email. You can read it by stopping the video. Okay, this is the JSON format. I have said that must provide output in this particular JSON format. As you can see, this is the JSON format. You can stop the video and see this. Okay. As I have got the email generated, I have sent it all the data from the generated from by the LLM chain is going to be sent it to the edit fields node. And what I'm doing in this mode is that I'm telling it is that now what I've gotten over here is a stringified JSON. Okay. And I hope that you know about it. Like it's a JSON format, but it's still in a string. It's not a specific JSON format till now. Okay. It's like you can say it as a stringified JSON. Okay. A stringified JSON means a JSON format, but in string format, not string JSON format. And what I'm doing, and we're gonna get clear right now. I'm gonna explain it. So what I'm doing is that I'm providing the name to the data. It's the text. I'm telling it that to convert that to store the data of this whole there's that to what I'm doing is that I'm creating a new field very specifically what I'm doing right now. Now you're gonna able to understand it very clearly. In the edit field section, I'm creating a new variable with name text and with the type object. And what I'm telling is that this JSON text, okay, this text, this one only, it's this one text only that I've just highlighted. Okay. I'm saying I'm telling him to parse it and to pass into the JSON format means it's a string and it's gonna be converted into a JSON object after that. And we're gonna store it into the text. So what I'm getting as the output, as you can see, this is the input and this is the output. Okay. Left when you're seeing is the input section, and in the right you are seeing the output section. Okay. As you can see, it was the whole text where nothing is highlighted. It's just a simple string text still in JSON. And here is you can see image subject key has been highlighted because now it's telling that this is the image subject. This is the email body. It's highlighting it. Okay, so I will be able to use it easily by sending the emails. That's what it is. Okay, and after that, I'm sending the email, of course. Okay, as you can see, so you need to connect your Gmail account. Okay, you need to do this by going into your Gmail console account. Okay, and enabling the APIs and adding the credentials, client IDs, client secrets, everything. You need to connect your Gmail with the N8N. Okay, after connecting it, select the source, it will give you a message. Operation, you need to send a message. It's a very new message. It's not a reply. Okay, remember it. Right now, it's just send a message. After that, there's a to. I'm just sending the like to whom you want to send the email. Okay, I'm telling that I want to send the email to this particular email ID. Subject line that we just generated. This is the subject line. Okay, and email type text, of course, and the email body that we need to provide him, and that's it. You're gonna add, it's gonna see, we're gonna send the data. We're gonna send the emails. Okay. We're going to move to the last node of this branch, and this is the Google Sheets branch. And I'm just specifically updating the Google Sheets row. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, you need to connect your Google Sheets first. Select the operation that's the update row, and document. We're going to be the email leads, of course. The sheet will be the sheet one, of course, and now we need to give him the row number. Okay, that which particular row you want to update. Okay, so you're gonna get the row number using the So I've gotten the row number when I have just actually gotten all the Google Sheets. At that time only, I've also gotten the row number. So specifically, so here is the row number actually. I'm going to click on the Google Sheets and then I'm going to show in the JSON format. As you can see, we're getting the row number for all the rows. Okay. In the table also going to see this is the row number for all the rows. Okay. And that's what I'm using to update it. So for each row that you want to update, you just want to select from the switch, adding the row number over here and the email subject, the email body that we have just generated, the email one, and the message ID as well, because it's important when we're going to send the follow-up emails, this message ID will going to be used. Okay, because we're gonna reply to our last email only. That's what the follow-up means at a very basic level. You're replying to your last emails, okay, for like sending more follow-ups. That's it. Okay, so status email one sent. That's what the whole purpose of this one first branch was. Okay, and now I'm gonna run this thing again, but now when I'm gonna run it again, it will going to be executed for the branch two because the email one is sent for all the leads. So now it's time to send the follow-up emails. Okay, so as I have just started this workflow again, you're gonna see it just got to branch one, like the follow branch automatically. Okay, because it has detected now that for all the leads, email one hasn't already sent it. So I need to send the second follow-up email now. We're gonna just wait a little bit and it is going to be generated. As you can see, all the emails generated. data formatted into the JSON as we did in the first branch. And the only difference now is while we are sending the first follow-up email, and that's it. That's the only difference, as I'm gonna show you that now. In the Gmail one, as you can see right now. Uh, okay, so everything from start to end is going to be almost same. I'm just gonna show you the switch module again now because this is something that we have talked about that I'm gonna tell you uh, further into the video. So now the recent status for all the leads was email one sent, as we have discussed it, as we have seen it. Now it's email two sent because now the second follow-up email has been sent it for all the leads. And how it actually converted, like how actually it gone through. Let's understand it. So when the leads came through the filter, like by getting the Google Sheet, when automation grabbed the data from the Google Sheets of the leads, it gone through the filter, and it arrived to the switch. And when it arrived to the switch, the data for all the leads was the email once sent. The status of all the leads was the email once sent. So where it has gone through. Okay, so when the email was sent was there, so it has gone through the second routing. So this is the first routing rule. This is the second routing rule for the second branch. Okay, so status has, so this particular rule has got matched for all the leads. Okay, so that's why, as you can see, the status should be equals to email once sent, and that was actually was there, okay, for all the leads. So that's why it chosen to go to the second branch, okay, specifically. And as it added to the second branch, of course, I've actually provided a prompt to generate a follow-up email, okay, like not actually providing the whole context again, just providing the last email that we have sent it. Okay, by studying the first email, it will gonna generate a first follow-up email because all the data, all the person's data has been already there for the in the first email. Okay, because as a human also, when you're sending a follow-up email or follow-up DM, you're gonna first view your first message or first email, first DM, that what you have actually written. Okay, what was the context of the first email? According to that only, you're gonna see, okay, I have actually told him what I have, what I'm messaging for. And according to that, by studying the first email, you are creating a follow-up email. And that's what the AI is also doing. I'm giving the AI the first email. Using it, it will gonna generate me a follow-up email. Okay, and that's it. And of course, the Olama. And also one more thing, this particular Olama node is being connected to all the LLM chains, like all these three chains. This actually reduces the complexity because the purpose of all these three LLM chain is the same one, is to generate the emails. Of course, the prompt is different. For the first, it's the initial outbound email. For the second LLM chain, it's generating a follow-up email. For the third LLM chain, it's creating another follow-up email, a different one, the second follow-up email, the last one. But the purpose of all of them is to generate emails only. And Gamma 2 is going to be the best model for all of these three chains. So that's why I'm using the single node only. Okay, this reduces the complexity because now I don't need three Olama chat model node for all these three LLM chains because that's, I think, waste of like space, and like it increases the complexity. Okay, but the purpose of all these LLM chains was same, so that's why I used the same model only, the same node only for all these three LLM chains. It's just as simple. If the condition was different, like I'm using this assumption to generate some DMs, some long summaries or something like that, then I think I would not gonna choose the Olama. I'm gonna create another kind of another Olama chat model. I'm gonna not gonna use the Gamma 2. I'm gonna use the DeepSeek or Llama 3.0 or something to generate summary. So if the purpose is same, you can use the same node only for all the LLM chains. Okay, and as I've gone through, this edit fields is converting the text data of email body and converting it into the formatted JSON. Okay, so this is the JSON. Like this text that was in string is now converted into a formatted JSON. Okay, we have discussed it into the first branch as well. That's what it is doing. After that, when it's converted, this is the, here we are sending a reply email. Okay, so you need to connect your Gmail account, of course, and message is going to be the story source is going to be the message. Operation is going to be a reply. And here is the most important part now. The message ID that we have generated is going to be used here. Okay, because now N8N needs the message ID, the previous email's message ID, the first outbound email's message ID. Using that ID, it will gonna you reply, because using that ID, it will gonna first get that particular email and gonna reply to that email, because it needs an address. If you're gonna reply, if you wanna reply manually also to any email, you first need its address. You're gonna find it, that where is that email. N8N is also finding that particular email using the message ID and replying it. As you can see, the operation is to reply, email type text, and the JSON email body only. Okay. Also, when you're replying, when you're doing the follow-up emails, you don't need an email subject line, because email subject lines only used to sending the first emails, okay, the first ever emails. But right now we are seeing that first outbound email has was already been sent it, and the email subject was here. Now there is no need to generate email subject line, because it's a reply email now. Okay, it's a just a reply, it's a follow-up email. And for the follow-up, for the replies, email subject doesn't require it. That's why it's also not asking us. So I'm also only creating the email body and just putting it. Okay, that's it. As you can see, for the items, it just has sent it, that I'm gonna show in the table, send, send for all those three stuffs. Okay, it's just done. And I also updated the Google Sheets too, that email body will going to be the email too. So okay, connecting our Google Sheet mandatory step, operation updating a row. Document, you need to select the spreadsheet that we're gonna update. The sheet one inside the spreadsheet that will need to update, and this is going to be the default only. Don't mess with it. Don't manipulate it or customize it. Okay, the default is the best one right now. I'm telling you, it's a little bit of this thing. So yeah, don't look onto it for right now too much. Okay, so column to match on. Okay, so it needs a column, like it needs a row, specific row, of course, an address to a specific row where it will gonna update all the details. So we need to provide the row number, and as I've discussed, we are getting the row number from the switch. As you can see, this is the row number we are getting. We need to just put it over here. Okay, I've actually put it already, so I'm not gonna put it. Okay. Email to the generated email body right now, as we are seeing, this is the email body we generated. Pasting it over here, email to, and status email to send, because email already been sent it into the previous Gmail step. So updating the status to the email to send. And just that's it. Very simple. I hope you understand it. And as you can see over here also, the email to has been sent it. And here you can also view that what was the body, exactly what was the body with the CTA of providing a link to a calendar. I hope you understand it. It's a very, I hope I am able to explain it very well, the whole working, the whole purpose of it, what that why all these things are even needed. I hope I am able in subsequent putting all of those stuff. And after now, as we have also gone through the second branch, let's just run it once more and go to the third branch as well. So yeah, I'm running it once more time, and now going through the third branch, sending the second follow-up email. It's now generating the second follow-up email, and we need some seconds to generate it. Generated, and also the email body formatted into the JSON, and now it's just sending all the formatted emails using the Gmail module, and it has now updated Google Sheet as well. And you're gonna see over here, email 3 field has also being created. Okay, over here only, as you can see right now, just got created all of this thing. And status you can see over here, email third sent for all of them. Okay, so I don't need to explain you the third branch again, because it is the same as the first and the second. We are now replying it again to our one of the messages in the Gmail. And yeah, in the Google Sheets, the fourth branch, I mean, okay, the fourth branch is the most, is the last branch, okay. And what I'm doing is that lead hasn't replied to any of your emails, okay. Like none of the leads are like any of the leads hasn't replied to any of your emails. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna uh, convert the status of the lead to the autoresponder part. And autoresponder is something that I'm gonna show you how to build it in another video. Okay, it's also very interesting thing. Like AI will gonna reply to all your leads, messages or emails automatically. It will gonna handle their objections, questions, and it will gonna make them forward to book an appointment. So it's like a very interesting thing. Okay, so stick with me. Okay, subscribe to this channel if you also want that particular video that I'm gonna just upload in 1 or 2 days, because now I'm gonna continuously upload videos like this, very valuable videos for you, almost in 2 to 3 days. Okay, regularly I'm gonna upload it, the videos. Okay, and I think tomorrow I'm gonna upload the autoresponder video as well, where I'm actually creating autoresponder and showing exactly how it's working, because AI will gonna reply to all your emails, all your leads replies to your emails. Okay, it will gonna make them move forward to book the appointment as well. One of the best things. So that's it for in this video for today, guys. If you want this automation, okay, I'm providing the link to this automation, the template, into the description, or either I think you're gonna find it in the comments. So check the description or either the comments. You're gonna find the template for this whole automation plus the Google Sheets as well. So you can copy the whole template from here into your own Google Sheets account. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked this video a lot, and I'm gonna now regularly try to build videos and post this very valuable automation videos, because that's what I'm doing. That's what I do. I'm an automation expert. If you need any kind of uh, this, if you have any kind of problems or discuss about anything, that how you can implement AI automations or AI solutions in your businesses for any kind of stuff. It can be customer support, it can be outbound calling, it can be outreach like this email, it can be other things like automating the internal operations of your business. You can let me know. Okay. I'm also going to provide my email ID where you can send me the message. You can send me the email regarding any kind of help that you need, okay, with the any kind of automation. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked it a lot, and I'm going to meet you in another video.